Hey vinyl community, welcome back to a new episode of RB's Vinyl Corner. Today is a beautiful day. It's a great spring day. It's around 21 degrees Celsius, which is a pretty hard contrast if you imagine that just over a week ago it was still freezing here in the Netherlands. So it's a beautiful day, and this is the reason why I took the opportunity to shoot a video outside the house and in the meantime also enjoy a little bit of the sun. In this episode I'm going to talk about the latest Elvis Presley release, which is Elvis Presley The Searcher, and this is the original soundtrack. And for the ones who paid attention in the last couple of months, you know that The Searcher is actually a new documentary which is going to be broadcast on HBO next week. And in a companion to the documentary is this beautiful soundtrack package. I'm holding here, it's the vinyl edition. It has actually been released in 3 different formats. We have a single CD, we have a 3 CD deluxe CD set, which I'm about to show you next, and then of course this beautiful vinyl album. Well, this is another Elvis Presley compilation, but I gotta tell you, it's not an average compilation. It's actually a pretty nice one that mixes up studio tracks with home recordings and alternate takes, and that makes this a pretty interesting release. The track listing on the LP, on the double LP in this case, is exactly the same as the single CD edition. Where it becomes interesting is at the 3 CD deluxe set. And again, I'm going to show you that in a minute. Let's first take a look at the vinyl edition. Let us take a look at the artwork first. It's beautiful blue. It's pretty fresh. It's modern. I'm not really sure about the letters that are going here through his face, but you know, I have seen worser covers than this one. We'll look at the flip side. It's a great picture of Elvis. And then we have the track listing. So again, this is the same track listing as the single CD format. We have Trouble, Guitar Man from the 68 Compact Special, My Baby Left Me, That's Alright, Baby Let's Play House, Heartbreak Hotel, Lottie Miss Claudie, Hound Dog, Crawfish. Mona Lisa actually is a song that was recorded, was a private recording. And then we have Milky White Way. The side C, Like a Baby, Are You Lonesome Tonight, It's Now or Never, Tomorrow is a Long Time. And then we have a Suspicious Minds, Take 6, Separate Ways, which is a rehearsal version that also appeared on the On Tour FTD CD. And we have Hurt, Take 5, and If I Can Dream. I'm gonna open it up, and then we have the inside, which is actually pretty great. Great picture of Elvis in action here. And then some notes written by the producer of the documentary, which is Tom Zimmy. All right. So this LP comes with beautiful inner sleeves, track listing, and a great still from the 68 Compact Special, and the vinyl itself, beautiful black, with a nice blue RCA label. Then we have the second inner sleeve, another great still from the 68 Compact Special, and a nice 50s picture. Pros and cons of this album. Pros, the sound of this is very good. Those are all modern remixes of the song, so the sound quality is excellent, and it also is transferred to vinyl pretty good. A con on this one is the track listing is pretty short. There are only 5 songs on each side, and on the second LP there are only 4 songs on each side. And you know that Elvis Presley songs, especially the earlier ones, are not really extensive. So with an average of like a little over 2 minutes, that means that there's just like 10 minutes of music on each side. So that's, you know, I think it's pretty much a waste of wax. They could easily add 3 or 4 songs more on each side to make this a little bit more lengthy. But again, if you want to have more songs, you have to go to the CD, the 3 CD set of this one. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. Right, now let us take a look at the 3 CD Deluxe Edition. It's the same kind of like a format as the Boy from Tupelo release that was released a couple of months ago, or Prince from Another Planet and the Stax one. So it's a 7-inch format, which has the CDs and a booklet, which is, by the way, a very nice booklet, and then of course multiple CDs. In this case, there are 3 CDs packed in this set, and of course those are much more lengthy than the ones that is included in the 1 CD set or on the double LP set. Disc 1 has 28 songs, Disc 2 has 27 songs, and the one that is actually pretty interesting is the 3rd disc. The 3rd disc is not an Elvis Presley collection, but it's a collection of songs that inspired Elvis. So we got original versions of That's Alright Mama and Mystery Train, but also a lot of songs that he listened to in his life and that inspired him. So that's a pretty interesting journey back in history. So that's one that's really well thought of. And I assume that those songs are also included in the documentary. So like I told you before, this is not just an average compilation. There are a lot of songs included on the set that do not appear on regular compilation albums by Elvis. We have rehearsal versions of Baby Let's Play House, Words, Burning Love, Separate Ways. We have Love Me Tender Witchcraft duet with Frank Sinatra. We have That's When Your Heart Is Begin, that was included on his first single that he recorded at Sun Records before he started to become famous. We have live versions of the early 50s, the 60s and the 70s. So all in all, it's a very interesting compilation album that's a really nice listen and a great journey through the life and times of Elvis. So if we're going to take the first thing out, this is the same design as the previous mentioned Boy from Tupelo and Prince from Another Planet releases. That means that it also has the same annoying householding of the CDs. So I think Sony didn't watch my previous Elvis video where I actually mentioned that this is actually very bad householding of the CDs, because it's pretty hard to get the CD out of the package, and you can only imagine that when we do this more often, that is actually going to damage the package as well. It's very tight householding here. So that's actually a great con of this. They should actually try to come up with a different way of householding the CDs. But other than that, the package and the layout is fantastic. Then, what's also pretty nice of this one is the booklet. It comes just like the Boy from Tupelo deluxe version and the Prince from Another Planet. It comes with a great booklet. I'm going to show you a couple of pages. There's a lot of extensive liner notes in here. It has the same liner notes as the double vinyl edition, but then also a lot of other stuff here. So we have a great booklet with great pictures. And actually there are a lot of pictures in here also that I haven't seen before myself. I always loved this picture where you can see Elvis with a mobile record player. Really cool. Some other pictures from the army. And this is all basically an extension of the documentary. And I'm actually, after reading this booklet and listening to the album, I'm really curious about what the documentary is gonna look like. Elvis and his mother, really cool. Live on stage in the early 50s. I like this picture. This was also included on the double LP set in the gatefold. I really think this is a very cool picture. So there's a lot more stuff that comes in this book set. I'm really excited about this release, guys. It's really a wonderful release. A lot better than a lot of stuff that's coming out. If I may give a suggestion, just leave all the public domain releases that tend to pop up these days. There are so many Elvis releases that are not officially sanctioned by RCA. And none of them can actually beat the beauty of this beautiful set. I can only say that RCA and Sony Legacy did it again, come up with a wonderful set of music, a wonderful booklet, one to treasure. So leave all the public domain releases, do yourself a favor and get this one. Elvis Presley, The Searcher. So that's it for now. I hope you liked this video. Also, what I would like to mention is on Record Store Day, which is April 21st, there will also be a very interesting official RCA Sony Legacy album will be released, which is called Elvis, the King of the Ring, and that will contain both sit-down shows of Elvis Presley during the '68 comeback show, and that is going to be the first time ever on vinyl, and that's one I'm really looking forward to. It's highly anticipated by me because I already had the CD. It was previously been released in the 90s as Elvis Presley Tiger Man, but it was never ever in an official format been released in its entirety on vinyl, and it's going to be a double disc, and it's going to be on colored vinyl, especially for the for the Record Store Day. But I only assume that it will be a regular release after Record Store Day as well, probably on plain black vinyl. But this is one I'm really looking forward to, and one that I'm absolutely gonna get. Once I have it, I will give you a review of it as well. I hope you like this video, and I see you in the next episode of RB's Vinyl Corner.